As President Trump continues to fight COVID-19, several people, from U.S. senators to his inner circle, are also testing positive for the virus. Here's what we know and why this story isn't over.
Today it is my honor to nominate one of our nation's most brilliant and gifted legal minds to the Supreme Court.
On Saturday, September 26th, more than 150 people attend this White House ceremony celebrating Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett. Many guests do not wear masks or keep their distance. In the coming days, at least 9 people, including the president, are diagnosed with COVID-19. Many can be seen here in these first few rows. The event soon moves indoors, and later that same day, Trump holds a large outdoor rally in Pennsylvania.
On November 3rd, Pennsylvania will decide whether we end the pandemic, defeat the virus, and return to record prosperity.
Meanwhile, former advisor Kellyanne Conway and former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie join other campaign officials in prepping the president for the upcoming debate. They both later test positive for the virus.
No one was wearing masks in the room when we were prepping the president during that period of time.
Trump attends both indoor and outdoor events on Sunday and Monday, which brings us up to Tuesday, debate day. The Cleveland Clinic tests guests before the big night, but allows the campaigns to test their respective candidates and staff. And while face coverings are required for the audience, the Trump family removes their masks after sitting down.
People in the hall did notice that while they were all wearing masks, including my wife and 4 of my children, that the first family did not wear masks.
Then, during the debate, we hear this.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen.
So far, no one from Biden's camp has tested positive, but the city of Cleveland says at least 11 positive tests can be traced back to debate organizers and the media. We also know Trump team regulars like senior advisor Hope Hicks, campaign manager Bill Stepien, and personal assistant Nick Luna traveled with the president that night, just days before they test positive themselves. Meanwhile, back in Washington, Republican Senators Mike Lee and Tom Tillis, who also end up getting COVID-19, meet with Judge Barrett. The senators also participate in a closed-door GOP lunch, potentially spreading the virus to others in attendance. And on Wednesday, the president holds another outdoor rally in Minnesota with roughly 3,000 people. It's on this trip that Hope Hicks starts to feel sick, so she quarantines herself aboard Air Force One en route back to D.C. The next day, the White House learns Hicks has coronavirus as Trump leaves for a private fundraiser in Bedminster, New Jersey.
What's the justification for having the president still go to Bedminster on Thursday and meet with donors?
My understanding is that was a decision made by White House operations because he wasn't deemed to pose a threat.
Now, it's worth noting here that the CDC says you should quarantine if you've been in close contact with someone who has COVID-19, and Hicks traveled with the president during the week. Ultimately, more than 200 guests attend that fundraiser in New Jersey. Trump starts showing symptoms on the way home. And back on Capitol Hill, Senator Lee speaks at a judiciary meeting just one day before testing positive. And while the group is socially distanced, several senators are in attendance. Senator Ron Johnson is also spotted on the Senate floor. He didn't attend Saturday's Rose Garden event, but he still tests positive a couple days later. Then, that night, the president and First Lady announced they have the coronavirus. Trump is transferred to Walter Reed less than 24 hours after his diagnosis.
I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out.
We also learned 3 White House journalists and RNC chairwoman Ronna McDaniel also have COVID-19. And because 3 senators test positive, Majority Leader Mitch McConnell announces the Senate won't return for a couple of weeks, but notes Judge Barrett's confirmation hearing will still take place October 12th. It's worth mentioning many Trump officials have tested negative, but that doesn't mean they're out of the woods just yet. And while the White House hasn't released a list of all confirmed cases, it's plausible we could see more positive tests over the next few days. We'll be keeping a close eye on how this potential outbreak develops as the pandemic sends a stark reminder that no one, not even the president, is immune to this virus.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.